Hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again. You'll notice that we're not actually outside Melman, like I had said at the end of our last video. I wanted to run back and get some curatives from Elfheim beforehand, but really this is on the way to the next stop. And there was one more thing I wanted to pick up. I actually wanted to get back into the blacksmith spell shop for one specific spell that is kind of useful if there's a lot of enemies on the screen that you just don't want to fight and can't really run away from easily, and that's confusion. Confusion turns enemies on each other, so you can actually use this quite ta tactically in a lot of those fights that are really screen full of enemies, can't handle them all and can't run away easily. I'm not going to bother buying any potions or anything like that because we can get them from our next town. So I'm going to set off to the west here, or sorry, to the east here. I'm not going to take very many fights from the ocean because I just don't want to over level, and again, I'm not certain if the cap is at 50 in this game or not, and we're getting close to the halfway point for us. I think we're at 22, 21 for all our characters, so I don't want to run the risk of power leveling too far beyond when the I don't want to spoil it. So when the mechanic in the game for your characters comes around, I don't want to ruin gaining more from that in the long term of our gameplay. I know that was very cryptic and very and but basically just trust me. I don't want to get too strong too quickly, too early in the game. I want to keep us at a good pace, is all I'm trying to say. And I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about anyways, but in case, you know, my kids see this, or you actually use this as a pseudo playthrough, then guide, then I don't want to ruin it for you. I want you to experience it for yourself and play the game the way you feel you want to. Because again, I'm one data point, and I'm just some random guy who's busy and plays games whenever he can. Because his kids, you know, are 6 and 3, and they make artwork all the time. I changed out the artwork recently. And if you're a parent, you know that you get a lot of artwork from schools and daycares, if you're fortunate enough to be able to afford daycares, or from Grammy's house, if you have your mother-in-law or father-in-law around to help with watching the kids. Because not just mommy-in-laws that, or your parents that do arts and crafts, the dads can do lots of arts and crafts. You know, I encourage to have you know, your daughter learn how to build a birdhouse, or your son learn how to sew or paint. You know, it's really useful for them to express and have those avenues for exploring what they like and what they don't like, and finding out their favorite colors. So we're gonna go up here. I don't remember the name of this town, but the next fiend that we're going to fight is the Fire Fiend. And coincidentally, the Fire Fiend lives in the appropriate place, a volcano. We can't get to the volcano unless we get our next mobility item, which is, oh yeah, we're just going to leave Blitz there. Good luck, Blitz! We'll get that right in the next town. No fighting for it, no traverse out and back for a Star Ruby, or fighting pirates to get the boat. The next one's quite literally just handed to us, so thankful for that. But you just gotta know who you gotta talk to. Okay. Now, on our world map, you'll see, oh, ambush. Ankh Hag. I believe there's poison. Oh, they hit quite hard. Yep, there's the poison, okay. Strong poison too. We'll fight them. I just want to see what yeah, just so you don't get destroyed. Let's try Confuse. Let's see what it does. How it looks. It might just be like a purple mist. Oh no, little chocobos. That's fun. Oh, and 2 of them worked and 2 of them didn't. Nice. Maybe they'll poison themselves. That'd be funny. So that's the benefit of Confuse. Just takes 2 of those monsters, or however many, out of the mix, and that's helpful. We need to get one of them dead, though. Yes, excellent. Focus on, yes. And they stay confused for quite a while, more than one turn, which is pretty awesome. We'll do another cure, and then we'll do fire. Should be dead. No, not dead. We'll be dead now. Yep, big crit. Oh, and the hit doesn't stop confusion. That's awesome. That's huge. I know that in later iterations of the spell, if you attacked the monster that had confuse on it, they would come to their senses, essentially. Just like a sleep, if you attack them, they would wake up. Oh, wow, that is huge experience. I'm glad we took that fight. Yeah. Oh, we are poisoned, and I have no way of dealing with that. Oh, well, you're poisoned. Deal with it. So you'll see there's like a half moon, crescent moon, I'm sorry, lake. And that's where we're going. We're going to the town in the center of the crescent lake. We'll just fight through this, and then I'll just get rid of them as quickly as possible. Big crit from the Minotaur. The Minotaurs are actually deceptively strong at any point in the game. Their future iterations, I forget what they're called, but they're actually deceptively powerful for melee attacks. So be warned, be aware. Another good amount of XP. So you'll see that they're really throwing a lot of XP at us, and that's again why I didn't want to take any sea fights. Crescent Lake. Okay, appropriately named town. We're going to stay at the inn to get rid of the poison and to recover our spells. 200 gold. Okay, 200 gil. Good to know. So this video, what I'm going to try and target... Oh, it does not get rid of the poison? That's rude. Oh, man. I didn't know that. Alright, well, thankfully their item shop is still intact. We're going to actually buy 10 and 1. And then we're going to buy, we'll say 15 potions, just to have them. And then we'll leave the rest. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to burn through all my cash because we have spells to buy. Very exciting. Let's go to the spells first. Just to see how much they're going to cost. They're probably going to be like 7,500. 1,300. Holy crow. Exit. Still can't get exit. Raise the party's defense. Raise the party's invasion. Let's do invis. Yes, let's just do invis. Because that evasion is 100% damage reduction, where Prota is just a percentage based. Some Daga, death, instantly kill. I never understood the difference between Scourge and death. Maybe Scourge is an AoE, and I didn't read it correctly, but I never understood the difference. Quake is also an instant kill spell. Paralyze. So what I'm going to actually get, there's two, I could get these two. And they would be huge for us to have, especially for, I think I'm only going to get this one, though, Thundaga. And then if we have enough money after we get our armor and items, then maybe I'll come back for Quake. So over here is a bunch of old guys sitting around in a circle. Oh, this one's different. They made it different. So these are like the Circle of Prophets. 12 sages are guided to this land by the stars in prophecy. 4 crystals exist in the world. The one that shone within them is now lost. The 4 fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. Earth, wind, fire, earth, wind, and water and wind. These are the 4 forces that compose our world. The source of the 4 forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have taken root there and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal shall regain its brilliance. The 4 fiends plot to rule the world both past and present. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. The Fiend of Fire passes all. Where the Fiend of Fire passes, all is engulfed in flame. When all 4 crystals shine once more, return here, all will be revealed. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us, warriors of light, only you can do this. The volcano, Mount Golg, rises to the west of this town. The Fiend of Fire long slept within its passage, but she has awoken 200 years before her time. Vanquish her before the world is consumed in fire. Well done, warriors of light. You have defeated the Earth of Fiend and restored the crystal's light. Sadly, this has drawn notice of the Fire Fiend, who was not to have stirred for another 200 years. Take this canoe, go face the Fiend in Mount Golg. So there's our get. We just had to talk to them. Him specifically, we didn't have to talk to them all. But we get the canoe, which allows us to traverse rivers. And then this one, I am Lucan. So this is Lucan's prophecy, the guy. I see a circle of wrath, a dim light guided by destiny, about which our entire future revolves. So that's interesting. They gave Lucan an actual sprite. Before it was all the same. Like I called them fat belly sages back in the day because they just looked like they were fat and had a long beard. Sleeping in the graveyard is not the best idea. It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. All right, let's see what armor and weapons we can pick up. Mithril knife, mithril sword, mithril hammer we already have, and the mithril axe. What do I want to do? Let's see here. I'm gonna check out the armor before we make any big purchases there. I hope we don't need anything for Rion, because we invested a lot of money in him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Buckler, mithril gloves. Okay, so, oh, you can have a shield. You can have the buckler. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the buckler for you, the shield, and I will purchase the gloves. I know that we probably get a set of gloves in the tower, in the volcano, but optimal, yes, great, awesome, cool, alright, and then we'll sell off the gloves, and the great helm, and the iron shield. Okay, we are just a slight bit short on funds to get Quake. But thankfully, we will get a bunch of money when we leave here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy the mithril sword. Yes, I'm going to buy the mithril sword. And equip it. And I didn't need to go through all these steps. I could have just done that in here. And 600, awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight, and I'm going to pick up Quake. I'm going to get a few, what do I have for sorting? No, I don't want to do custom, I want to sort items on top. 15, 10, and an ether. High potions are really nice right about now, because Rion is not going to benefit. So we'll get a few high potions, we'll get like one for each of them, and then we'll get, I don't know if silence persists, we'll get like 2 echo grasses, and then gold needles are very helpful, especially since we're not getting the stone spell, cure stone. So now what we're gonna do is, let's see how much the experience is. See, so there's the canoe right here, and we can get in fights, random fights on the canoe as well. A white croc, and the crocs and the monsters in the river, I believe, are very strong, but also offer a lot of gold and a lot of experience. So that's singular croc, 2,000 gold. So we can recover our funds pretty quickly here. I'm gonna fight around just a little bit. I won't bore you guys with it. I'll do a jump cut. I know I've been doing a lot of those in the videos. I just feel like they help condense the content and make it more streamlined for everybody, so you're not seeing somebody just run around and do grinding that you don't care about. So I'm going to do a jump cut here. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to get into fighting this croc, and then we're going to stay at the end, and we're going to get going. I bought the Quake spell, just to have it as a board clear, essentially, for instant death. Let's see if we can cast it right here. If we can't cast it, then we'll, bring that out when it's more appropriate. Casting Quake in a river, I don't know how effective that is, but I mean, it's very effective. I don't know if you have been paying attention to your earth science classes, but earthquakes happening anywhere is terrifying. Level up, level 22, Rion, 419, strength and luck, 278, strength, stamina, luck, good, 332, and intellect, okay. So our white mage is quite quickly outscaling our thief, Glitz. Maybe Glitz needs that gym membership with Andy, and they can go together, keep each other honest. Alright, so here we go. We're going to do the things with the stuff. We're going to save the game just to have this in our back pocket. Right there. And then we're going to go along riverboat ride. Da, 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 da. So there is a cave, Niocho. It's pretty hard, and poisons. Good to know. There's a cave on the way here. Oh wow, it does hit really hard, and is a big tank. I don't know if I want to cast fire on it just to kill it. I might need to. I didn't expect them to be that strong. But this is again where you wanted to flee, try to run away. After all you've done to me, you want to try and run away. You jerk. There, take that. That's quite a bit of experience. Got the level up for Andy. Another 2, but hey, he's getting there. The measured gains, intellect and luck. Alright, item, potion, there. Let's do magical stuff, because we're going to use a tent when we're outside the volcano here. So I didn't show this before, I'm sorry. This is the world map. Then this is really cool. It shows you where you've been, shows you what's in each town, and if you missed any chests. So in the Frost or Marsh Cave, we only got maybe less than half the chests. But I don't plan on going back and getting them. Chaos Shrine, we missed a bunch of chests, but that's kind of I don't want to spoil why we missed those chests, but we did. So, and then we missed only a few cave in the Earth Cave, only 3 chests. So I call that a win. Well, let's see. I think I need to go up and around. Yes. We got ambushed in a boat. You would think you'd be able to see the water current from a crocodile coming up. Yeah, you fight there. You fight there. You do this and that. Yes, excellent. Okay. So we're coming up to the point in the game, which is I always in my head thought of as the halfway point. It was just before the fire crystal. Just because the amount of trouble the fire crystal gave me was always really interesting to use this as a halfway point of sorts to measure success or failure. So we're going to make our way to the volcano, and then after the volcano there's another section that we have to use the boat to get to the mouth of a river, and then we can jump right out of the boat onto the river with our canoe. But that's future. That's probably going to be the next video, or maybe even the video after that, depending on how quickly we are able to get through this cavern. The Mount Golg, as it were. Scorpions! Oh no, ambushed. We're going to get poisoned. Every single time it seems Glitz gets poisoned. Every single time. You know what? I'm just not even going to deal with it. If they want to fight, fine. I'll just do this. But looks like we're going to win. That's fine by me. This will be a good acid test. We're going to walk across here. Okay. And now I'm going to see if a tent or cottage. Let's do a tent. Let's see if the tent recovers status effects. If it doesn't, then we'll just use a potion, save it, and go into Mount Golg. It does not. So good to know. Unfortunate, but you know, we have those for a reason. We'll do our save. And into the mountain we go. Okay, so not many people knew this. Um, the lava, you walk on it, you take a point of damage, so it functions very much like poison. But when you're stepping on the lava, you never got into a monster fight. So it was one of those risk-reward, manage your resources type of things. I don't know if that's the case in this game or not. It looks to be the case, though. Ooh, Sphinxes. We know from the Earth Cave that they hit really, really hard. So I'm just not even going to bother taking the chance. And I'm gonna Thunder Armor them. And just to get them dead as quickly as possible. Well, the Blitz and Rion were able to dispatch in one turn, which is great. That's kind of, like I've said before, where I want to be, that sweet spot in power, so that we aren't wasting resources and spending 4 or 5 turns on a fight. And they're worth quite a bit of money and quite a bit of experience. So, did that hurt a lot? It did. It did okay. All right. So, now this is also the next big thing about the fire cave. In here, so I'll open this door. This is meant to be deceptive. You do not need to get all these chests because some of them are empty. I'm going to get a fair bit of them just to show you what's inside them. But again, this is the reason why. These will turn us to stone. Again, it's that resource management and risk management that you run into inside here. Gaze. Oh, no. Instantly dead. Not stone. Dead. Good to know. You know what? We're gonna run. I'm just not gonna try and deal with that. I'm sure they're worth a huge amount of experience and money, but that was quite terrifying. Especially if they cast that on Lucy. That would mean that we lose our only revive. 2, 3, 4. Monsters, and that's the other thing. Fire elemental. So not a lot of deviation from the earth elemental, to fire elemental, but you know, some just hues and colors difference. But this time we're fighting 2. So again, it's that progressive difficulty increase. There we are. Awesome. Okay. Good amount of experience and money, and Mithril Helm. Again, we didn't need to buy it, but we bought it. So here we go, down here. Monsters? Monsters. A lot of these chests are going to have monsters in them, and they're going to have these guys in them, which is fine, because they're easily dispatched and managed, but you've got to be careful because of that. They can crit, and they can take out people pretty handy if you're not careful. I don't mind that I use Blizzard to dispatch this one, just because I do not want to have another round. Oh no, it didn't take him out. Okay, well, I need to get an attack off. The fire elementals attack really quickly. Oh, only had 3 health left. Way to go, Andy. Finish him up. Smack him with your rod. And money. Okay. That's the other thing that it's like, do you go for all these chests simply knowing that there's only potentially going to be 1,000 gold in there, which you get from the monster fights random encounters? So is it worth it for you to fight through and get all of these chests? Up to you to say. Money's money, and you can buy your spells with them, which is really helpful. I'm going to run away, because I do not want to fight these guys. If I can run away, great. And use any resources on them. Because I know I wouldn't be able to dispatch them in one round. It would have taken me 2 or 3 to get through. We're going to go to the left here. But yeah, it's the left. Oh, we're running. We're running. I'm not fighting these guys. I do not want to have Lucy die. And you may be screaming at me, no, you wimp, go fight him. I just don't want to have that risk. I know we're going to fight some in the chest. Oh, and we're ambushed. Again, I don't... We opened the box. We know what... Did they just spark up out of nowhere? I have questions. Let's do Blizzard. You know what? I could go back and I should get Blizzard, but it's a little late now. Oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. It's a level 2 spell that we left on the table when we were in Provoca, where we got the ship. But again, pretty quickly dispatched, not a big deal. Got a level up, level 23, 425, agility and stamina, 281, agility and stamina, 337, agility and luck. Okay, and great sword. Is it a great sword or is it a good sword? Oh. Oh, that's risky. Oh. Let's do it just to see. And I say not risky, it's not less than ideal. I'd rather have the damage output in that regard. You know, and I know I'm hemming and hawing over something I said earlier, or in another video, where I'd much rather have the certainty of damage. So I'm going to save a couple Blizzard spells because, you know, we're going up against the Fire Demon here, and we need to... her name is Carrie, or Karin, or Kara. I can't remember quite exactly, and I don't want to use all my resources on the trash mobs getting to her. We do have an Ether in our inventory, which is a huge benefit. Alright, Andy got level 23. No stat increases, and only 2 HP. Alright, Andy. You're getting vexing right now, friend. So I'm going to actually do a heal. Yes. Just in case. And then I'll do... Then I'm going to do... sort by item, and then I'm going to do a high potion. Money. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Lord, if I just wasted resources and someone's going to get blapped, that's awful. No gaze, no gaze. Oh, no. Whew, whew. Andy, buddy. Thanks for dodging. Gym membership's working out. I believe it's down and around. Yes. 3 of them. I'm still not fighting them. I'm just not doing it. They can't gaze. We're turned the other direction. Wahaha! We found the cheat code. Alright, one of these is a monster. Maybe both of them. Can't remember which. So we'll just beat these guys up. Nice. Okay, there. Lucy, you're gonna cast a cure, and then you can fight. Well, the little graphic for the greatsword's pretty cool. Money, monsters? Yeah, money. Okay. Now, down here is where... I don't know if we actually have to fight that guy or not. He might move in front of us, and if that's the case, then we do. But I'm going to try and go around him? I'm not sure. No gaze, no... Okay. Whew. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... use a potion. And then... yeah, we don't have to fight that person. Interesting. Mithril helm, mithril gloves, high potion, tent, monsters. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to be a hard one, I think. Yep, the lava worm. I remember this guy. He will eat your face. Just eat your face. So you need to get him dead very quickly. I don't think sleep works on him. I'm just going to try and just do thunder. 50 damage, which is more than your attack would have done, I'm sure. Big crit. Big crit. Nope, she's... yeah. Yeah, you focus on Rion. Oh, no, I shouldn't have attacked. Oh, no, we got him. Okay, good. Whew. Money. Monsters. Another lava worm. Yep. Magic. I wonder if... can I put him to sleep? We'll try it. Sleep. Miss. Okay, that was kind of waste. Smash him with a hammer. He's a worm. Yeah, so 2 rounds. Good. Okay. Not a lot of experience or... got an antidote and monsters. Another lava worm, I believe. Yep, so all 3 of those were lava worms. And a preemptive strike. Perfect. So we'll just use this turn to... I know we can fight him in 2 rounds, so we'll get this guy dispatched. Move on. Awesome. which is nice. Money. Monsters? No. Shield. Do I have the mithril shield? I do. I grabbed all things mithril. Mithril axe. And a phoenix down. That's huge. So, the mithril axe, I believe, is... Yeah. You know what? I know I've said it. Let's see what it does. We might come to regret it, but we'll have at least tried it. And then we can say we've tried it, you know? That's what I tell my kids with their vegetables or any food that they're like, I don't want to eat this. And I'm sure if you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or even like pets. Some pets are even pickier eaters than kids. We have a greyhound. Her name's PJ. She's awesome. I recommend getting greyhounds. They are the most loving breed that I could have ever asked for. They have a temperament about them that not everyone can deal with, and that temperament is they are, I don't want to say territorial, but they are very withdrawn. And that's probably because most greyhounds are racing dogs or retired racing dogs, and so they have an innate hurt within them and fear. And if you're not capable of working through that with them, then yeah, I would suggest not getting them. But if you are, they're worth it. Alright, I'm gonna do a jump cut right here. Ready? And jump cut. Jump cut back. My wife's up. You're gonna hear some kids in the background, and that's perfectly okay, because that's who I am. I'm a busy gamer dad. I'm gonna finish up fighting through and get into Carrie, or Kara, and then we're gonna see where we go from there. I think I'm going to try and expedite that in any way, shape, or form that I can. And that means we're going to cast lots of magic spells. I may end up not finishing the dungeon because I cast too many spells to get us through here, but we'll see. I do want to take this fight simply because these guys are super valuable with gold and gil and with experience. The dungeon here is only about 4 or 5 floors, so something to keep in mind. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprint. Let me see here. Oh, if I go back this way, this way, this way. So, yeah, I'm going to use the tools that they have in front of us for getting us through. No gaze, no gaze. Oh no, no, no. Oh. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Life on Glitz. I mean, and then I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to cast a few Cures on him. And then I'm going to go out onto the surface. There. And it does look like they... Oh wow, that's a many dudes! I'm going to take a step back outside the dungeon, and I'm going to use a tent. Just because I'm burning through a lot of the spells and resources. And then we'll go past this treasure vault, essentially. Oh, that's a cool little graphic. That's cool. That's the Ogre Mage that I was talking about previously. They cast spells. The Ogre Chief evidently doesn't. They're just a bigger, thicker version of the Ogres. You know, just like a class upgrade. I'm taking this fight simply because I want to see how much experience and gold I can get from them. It looks like the Ogre Mage has a regen on them. I didn't realize that they did. Okay, so that's really kind of not worth it. I mean, we got to level up, but in the future I'll run away from them. 24, so 453, strength, intellect, and luck. 304, hey, broke 300, awesome. Strength, intellect, luck. 364, strength, stamina, intellect. Okay, cool. So we get ourselves out of the dungeon here. So we'll go here, here, and then, like I said, you only get into random encounters when you're on the magma, or not on the magma, on the stones, on the solid ground. You don't actually get into monster encounters when you are not. So some metagame knowledge, or whatever you want to call it, to take with you. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use, I have 3 tents and 1 cottage and a phoenix down. So I'm going to sort this. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm going to use just a tent and call it good. Then I'm going to save again, and we'll get back down in there. We'll get this carry demon defeated. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna call this video right here on second thought, just because I think it's better that I step away and handle some things with my wife and my family for the kids. I'll pick up the next video. Please forgive me for this. Uh, Hopefully you stick around, and next video we'll get through the Mount Gulg, and we'll carry the Fire Fiend. Thanks very much for stopping by. Talk to you later.